Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vinyl Hazard. I am Daniel and I have another update today. So, sporting a little bit of a Death Angel shirt today. Picked this up from a store and it's like, well, you know, the Ultraviolence is perhaps the greatest thrash metal album in the world. I should not say too much now, but it is a candidate at least. So anyway, this is a well, actually it's kind of a record update. I have 2 records and I think like 6 or 7 CDs here. So it's like a bit of an upside down world really. Vinyl Hazard should be all about the vinyl, but it's also about the CD apparently. This is kind of an odd time in the community right now. I mean, you look at channels like Marc with a C, he's showing more records as of late, but he's like, you know, a big CD guy with a whole CD library in the background. Metal Mickey is buying tapes like insane, and I mean, yeah, so kind of a different thing going on. Anyway, let's just get into the update, shall we? First one I want to show you is the winning from Beverly at Clarkovision CD giveaway for a heavy metal band Kursk. See if I can. Ooh, it's kind of hard with CDs actually. The glare is kind of insane. So Kursk with their self-titled album, and most of you know Kursk by now. At least most who follow my channel anyway, since I did a entry to Beverly's competition. I think most of you have seen also other videos of this competition and probably sampled Kursk a bit too. So they are from Suffolk, England. Am I pronouncing that right? Suffolk, yeah. Perhaps not. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, it's heavy metal heavy metal glory. Awesome band. I have been spinning this in my car like crazy, you know. Getting to and from work takes about half an hour. So totally. So I often also forget CDs that I have in my car. So just when I like, you know, start the engine, Kursk goes spinning, and I've listened to this like five or 6 times, something like that. So great album. This is a thick booklet too. So I'm very happy to have gotten this in that CD giveaway. And I will treasure it even more by playing it even more. So awesome band Kursk. First album also from them. So really looking forward to what they might produce next. And the next album is actually, I were looking for this album on vinyl actually, but it's like nowhere to be found. Like there are copies on Discogs, but it is pricey. So I decided to buy a CD copy of it, and that is Uada, a US like melodic black metal atmospheric band. Perhaps not really atmospheric because they are quite hard, but it's they are very riff heavy. So the melody is consistent. Awesome band, Uada. This album is titled Cult of a Dying Sun. Yeah, you can see that there. No, you can't because the glare is insane. Anyway, so Uada is a band that I have listened to a lot the last month. They are quite reminiscent of Wormwood actually. Oh yeah, right. This is a this is a fold out. How should you say, booklet? I guess. So Uada, they have been at it since 2014, I think. Yeah, so they are not like a new band, but quite new. And Cult of the Dying Sun came out in 2018. There we go. And you know, it's riff and instrumentally perfect. It's like, bah! I just needed to get this album, even if I did it on CD. And when I ordered it, I actually ordered a bunch more CDs, which I'm going to show you here. So they are coming out with a new album, actually, called Jinn. Like, you know, Spirit, Jinn, with D-J-I-N-N, I think it's spelled. And I'm really looking forward to that. Pre-ordered it. So, yeah. Very good album. I can highly recommend it, Uada. And the next one, another black metal CD, actually. This is in a digipack, and you probably cannot see what the hell that is supposed to be, but it's an owl, actually, there. So, anyway, this is Dämmerfarben. It's a German post-atmospheric black metal band. Started out as a one-man project, but grew, and now they have a couple of members, I believe. So the lyrics are in German, and if you are Swedish, you might understand a little bit of it. But unless you actually have studied the German language, you are not getting too far. However, if you translate it, it comes out perfectly in Swedish. Swedish and the German language have a lot in common, so to speak. So, Dämmerfarben means... it means twilight colors, like, you know, twilight of the sun. Twilight. I need to like translate it into Swedish first in my brain. Yeah. So anyway, this album, which has a very complicated title called Des Herbstes Trauerhymnen, or Trauerhymnen, which is that is translated to Autumn Songs of Sorrow. Yeah. Kind of Autumn Songs of Sorrow, and it basically is what it is. It is kind of a little bit depressing, but also melodically. You know, they have a real atmospheric, doomish sound. I quite like it, and yeah, this was limited to 500 copies also. So I grabbed this from the store that I also bought Uada's album from. Cool. The themes are about like old poems, natures and stuff, so it's not really uber depressing, but you know, atmospheric black metal. It is what it is. So anyway, speeding on. Here we have a band, Runemaster. This is awesome. It's like this, I would not be surprised if this shows up on the top 10 at the end of the year. So this is actually a Scottish heavy metal band. Listen to it on the New Wave Traditional British Heavy Metal channel, and this one came up, and I listened like 3 or 4 songs, and then went to their Bandcamp, picked this up. Do not regret that I did, because this is awesome stuff. So Runemaster has actually been at it for quite some time. They were formed in 2007 in I think it was Glasgow, Scotland, or perhaps it was Edinburgh. I don't know, but it's Scottish band. You can almost think that it's like a black metal band, because all the forest and dark stuff and stuff like that. So this is their title Wanderer, which was released this year, but the band has been at it since 2007, and this is actually their first album. They have released like a ton of EPs, I think like 4 or 5 EPs or something, so they could just like merge all those together and release an album if they like to. Anyway, awesome riff heavy, with like, you know, tuned down guitars, and the vocalist has this really deep, not necessarily aggressive, but, you know, powerful voice. Real shouting voice, really, how should I put it, like perhaps manly voice, is that the right term perhaps? It's awesome stuff. I really recommend that you check them out. Kick ass, especially like in the car, you know. So Runemaster, yeah, there we go. All right, moving on. Back to a bit of black metal then. Noticed the forests, a reoccurring theme. So this is Gallowbraid, a band that has they were formed in 2006. They're from the United States. And this is actually their only album, and it's not really an album, it's more like an EP actually. So this is from 2010. I think they are still, so it's a one-man project really. It's from a guy named Jake Roger. He is like he has played, or he do the vocals in let's see, Caledon Brood, Viscoth, what more? There's a bunch of bands, but he does all the instrument in this, I think, vocals. It's melodic black metal, and even though it's an EP, it clocks in about 40 minutes, so it's almost, I mean, it's an album basically. So there we have, and yeah, there's not very many songs, but they are, of course, rather long. And here's a little bit of the booklet, and a lovely nature scene. The whole album is very much like folk. There's some very much folk influence in this album. Also one of the CDs I picked up when I bought the Uada CD. This is called Ashen Eidolon. Ashen Eidolon is the name of the album or EP. So yeah, I don't know if they are going to do, or he are going to do more stuff, but one might hope they should. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I would take. I think I would take the. I have actually one CD left, but it's kind of a VCLT from a special person, so I will take the records first. So the first one, going to Sweden now, is Night. So this band comes from Linköping, Sweden, which is the town that is right next to me. And they are like a heavy metal rock influenced band, and this is their 2017 album Raft. I think is the Raft of the World. Raft of the World. I think of Raft of the Medusa, you know, that famous painting with the desperate people on board. Almost same though, because here we have a boat that's on fire. This. Yeah, there we go. So this is kind of heavy metal rockish. It reminds me a lot of like, you know, Enforcer, early Judas Priest. There we have the hype sticker too. Picked this up also from their Bandcamp, black vinyl. And I really like the sound they put out. The vocalist has an excellent voice, quite high pitched, but you know, when he really puts some power into the voice, you can really hear the quality in it. It's almost like a little bit of punkish actually, when I come to think of it. And not much to see from the gatefold actually. That's like mostly darkness and sea and fire and a moon up there. So yeah, vocally pretty good. Not at all unhappy to pick this up, and it was for a bargain too. It was like, you know, $10 or something like that. So awesome album. Night, Raft of the World, check them out. Next one, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to black metal. Now, one might think that this is some sort of like, you know, power metal, perhaps, symphonic power metal or symphonic metal, heavy metal stuff. No, it's not. It's atmospheric black metal. And what do you know? The forest once again with mountains and stuff. So Skyforest are from the band was formed in 2013, and it's a Russian band actually. Picked this up along with the CDs when I ordered my Uada CD on clear vinyl, this one. And it's a really great record. I didn't it was a bit of a chancy buy. I just listened to like one or two songs, but really liked what I heard. Oh, look at that anglerfish right there. This woman, which is I don't know, she seems like kind of another kind of creature. Is it a woman or is it a man? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so this is from 2010, so it's a pretty... No, wait, this is from 2020, excuse me. It's their third album also, by the way. Yeah, it's a really odd album in a way, because there are clean singing, the atmospheric black metal is there, you know, the mangling on the drums and the burning guitar and everything at times, but mostly it's like folky melodic stuff in here. And growls are also a little bit peculiar, because it's more that the singer is whispering the growls, sometimes not, but it's a very peculiar album, very beautiful also. I think this was only pressed in like 1,000 copies or something like that. So if you are perhaps not into atmospheric black metal, this might actually be a good album to start your journey into that kind of music. So not very extreme at all. It's also it's almost like soundtrackish when I think of it. But it's also not an album that deals with, like, you know, the common themes of black metal, you know, depression, despair and stuff like that. It's actually more about nature, hope and stuff. So I think it's a good starting point if you want to get into atmospheric black metal. The only thing I regret though is that this does not come with like a lyric sheet or anything, just the way it is. And a little bit of a VCLT. My buddy Marc G with a C, he sent me a CD, and not any CD. Ooh, it is Enchantment. And of course, this is actually a pretty peculiar like jewel case. I've seen those before, but it's not, they are not very common in Sweden. Anyway, so let's see if I can get the booklet out. There we go. And the lovely black Enchantment CD there. And we have the lyrics. And naturally, there he is. I think, anyway, right? The mighty Marc Gibson on guitar. So, yeah, Enchantment. I mean, you guys, you guys were like formed in 2000, no, what, like 94? Quite a long time ago. And for anyone who has listened to Enchantment, my battery just gave out on me. My fault, but what do you know? We were on Enchantment anyway. And what I was about to say is that for anyone who has listened to Death Doom, I think, while I'm not an expert on the subject, this is very much classic the Death Doom sound. I have just listened to this once, I will admit, but I am going to listen to it much, much more. It's always, you know, very cool, especially when one in the community has made something like this, you know. I mean, everybody knows Marc, and most people know his band, so I'm very, very grateful that I actually own this CD. And other people that have played the band, I mean, Jörgen, for instance, he's played in a band were a lot into music and then switched up his career a bit, but returned to music a bit. Liam, the Death Doom metalhead, also in a band, Consecration. So it's really, really cool that you know, you have these musical influences in the community, and as I said, very grateful to own this record. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's that. You've been with me for, I think, something like 20-21 minutes. I will not take up any more of your time. Anyway, may the metal gods be with you, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.